Hello everyone, welcome to Education Lecture. In this video, I'll be teaching you the fourth chapter, that is planning. So if you're new to my channel, then subscribe my channel to get further new updates. So as I told in my previous videos, I'll be teaching you and telling you all the important concepts and the corresponding marks of each concept. And in between, I'll be telling you the meaning of the unknown words also. So let's get started. Before getting started, I would like to inform that is this planning chapter video I have already uploaded part 1, part 2. In that part 1, due to technical problems, it is not playing. This one it is playing, but whatever I had thought, nothing is coming. So I will be deleting that video and I am redoing that same chapter. So I will be uploading this new video again. And one of the viewer had commented that what are the important questions that may be asked from this planning chapter. So I'll be telling you that also, what and all will be asked. And for practical oriented also, they had commented that whether we have to write briefly explain those points or just write the point. So for practical oriented, as I told in the practical oriented video itself, that we have to write only the points. That is more than enough for a practical oriented, and that is for 5 marks. If it is a 4 marker or an 8 marker question answer, then you have to briefly explain the points. Okay, so let's get started. So planning. So the definition of planning is very important. So far I have told in all the videos that if you think that you can thoroughly read and remember both the meaning and definition of anything, planning, staffing, organizing, directing, for everything, both definition and meaning is there. So if those who can remember, yes, I can remember both of the meanings, it's good. Those who think that no, I can't, it's just confusing, it's both means the same, but still both the definition meanings are the meanings are literally same, but still some few very difficult to remember correctly what is that points. So I would prefer you to just get thorough with definition. So definition is for 2 marks. Okay, you won't get for 1 mark. If they ask for 1 mark also, you write this full also, you will be getting 1 mark itself. And definition, you have to full and fully complete it and write it. Okay, what is there, that only you have to write, because it is definition told by an person. So yeah, meaning is also same. Those who people feels that I can thorough with both, you can do. Those who feel that no, I can't, they can read only get thorough with definition. So definition is very useful. You can write for a 1 marker, 2 marker. If 4 marker asked with other sub points, you can write this. For an 8 marker, as I told, for an introduction part, in an 8 marker, you have to write at that point of view, you can write this definition itself. So I will start. According to Coons and O'Donnell, planning is deciding in advance what to do, why to do, and how to do. It bridges, that is connects the gap from where we are and where we want to be. So planning, the word itself is saying to plan something. So in an organization, they decide in advance. So if you are a person who is going to start a new organization, you for example, you have an idea of starting a textile industry. So you plan. Before that, you don't go directly and say, build a building, start producing everything. You can't do directly, right? You have to plan for those, and also before starting an industry, you have to plan in advance that what to do. So what I'm going to do, whether to do a textile industry or a chocolate industry or a shoe manufacturing industry, whatever organization you want to start, you have to decide. Next is why to do. So you have to think, why I have to do this organization? Why should I choose this course of organization? So you have to see. For example, I would literally say that now you have you may be a science student or a commerce students or arts students. Commerce or arts, anyhow. So you would have taken this course with an intention in future that you want to do so and so profession. I want to go into this profession. So I have taken commerce or arts. Same like that. You think right what you want to do and why to do. Why to do is according to an organization point of view, why you are doing, will it give us a profit or a loss, and how to do. So you will think the ways which are available to form an organization. That is, if you are starting a textile industry, as I told, you have to see the ways. Okay, how can I bring the materials, from where shall I purchase, or where shall I purchase machinery, site for it, building. So those and all you have to plan in advance itself. So it connects the gap from where we are and where we want to be. So now you plan something. After you plan, when you proceed and follow according to your plan, so where you were as a common person, you were there, then according to your plan you followed, you are now a good businessman. So why I am detailing explaining this definition, as I told, it is very useful in everywhere according to your planning, if they ask any question related to planning. Okay, so now meaning is also the same. Planning is a systematic thinking about ways and means for accomplish. So planning is a systematic thinking about ways and means for accomplishment, that is for achievement of predetermined goals. Planning helps in avoiding confusion, risk, wastage, etc. So it is a thinking process. Okay, planning means when you plan, you have to think right directly, straight away. Anything doesn't come when you plan. So you have to think that, and how can I achieve your goals. So organization, as I told so far, organization have a specific goals in which they have to achieve this. So you have to think, how can I achieve my goals? Then it helps in avoiding confusion, risk, wastage. So if you don't plan, so directly you start the organization, as soon as possible you want profit, you think, then suddenly there is a risk, or suddenly you don't know how to manage if some risk comes, or you're wasting lot of materials doing production. So those and all risk will be occurring. So that only you have to, in advance you have to plan everything. And guys, I am really sorry for that technical issue of this chapter part 1 video. So only I am redoing it. I am very sorry guys for that. So yeah. So this explain the various features, characteristics, nature, feature, characteristic, nature, all mean the same. Don't get confused in your exams of planning. So this is a very, very important question. They may ask you for 8 marker also, 4 marker also. If 4 marker, explain any of the 4 points. I think there are around 7 to 6 points. Explain any 4 points. If asked for 8 marker, then you have to write the introduction, that is the definition. Then you have to write the points. You have to write the points, that is all the points you have to write. If you suddenly forget the point, that is you suddenly forget the main point, you know only the meaning of it, it's okay, you can write, you will get mark for it. And as I told in my videos, previous videos and all, that you don't have half mark. So if you lose any mistake, you make any mistake, you will be losing directly 1 mark. So be careful with that. I don't know, the board says like that only, but still be careful while writing because it is your board exam. So yeah, when you know only the meaning also, it's okay. Then after writing all the points, please write the conclusion also. So conclusion, as I told, like you can write very easily that these are the various features of planning. So these are the points, like that you can write. So first point is planning is a primary function of management. Primarily, that is basically at the beginning of an organization we plan. So it is called as primary function of management. So here all other managerial functions are performed within the framework of plan. Planning precedes other functions. So all the managerial functions, that is planning, organizing, staffing, are performed within the framework of plan. So organizing, staffing, directing, those and all will be proceeded after this plan has been done. So those are under a framework. Okay, so planning precedes other functions. So after planning only you can organize your organization, then you can staff, then direct, everything you can do after the process of planning. Next is planning is pervasive, that is planning is required at all levels of management, whether it may be top level, middle level or operational level, that is lower level. Everywhere you need planning. Planning is must. Okay, so without planning we can't do anything. Next is, I hope you can see, yeah, planning is continuous. So plans are prepared for a specific period of time. At the end of that period, there is a need for new plan on the basis of future conditions. So now see, if an organization would have planned for an year, that is from January till December. So they would have planned at the January, the starting of the year, they would have planned that so and so we have to do this many profits we should come, loss should be reduced, then raw material should be purchased from so and so person. So those you will be planned. So it is for a specific period of time, that is only for 1 year. So next year you can use the same plan, right? So at the end of that period, there is a need of new plan on the basis of future condition. So you would have planned for a specific period of time. It not only it is a 1 year, it may be 6 months, or however 1 month also they may be planning. Anyhow the organization can plan. So after the plan has been over, whatever they have done, now they need a new plan, because future conditions may be changed. Sometimes the government policies would have changed, sometimes there may be a risk, they may facing a loss, anything may be there. So they, according to future conditions, a new plan is needed. Next is planning involves decision making. Planning involves examination and evaluation of each alternative, choosing the most appropriate one. So see, when you plan, you may have a lot of lot of alternatives will be available. So see, when you plan, you might have you want to purchase a good quality of raw materials from a person. So there may be an A industry, B industry, C industry. So these three also industries also are producing so good raw materials that everyone are purchasing from them. Now you have to see that how can you, from whom you have to purchase. So there are many alternatives and choosing the most appropriate one. So you as an organization, you have to choose the good one, whichever suits you, whichever is according to your budget, whichever is according to your situation. So those and all you have to plan. So you have to choose the appropriate one. Next is planning is a mental exercise. Planning is basically an intellectual activity of thinking rather than doing. So this point is sometime asked for MCQs, and I would like to say that many of the points like this, they may would have asked few points, or in between the question answers they may take you they may take some points and give as a MCQs or fill-ups or 1 marker. So most probably the 4 markers and 8 markers are sometimes asked as 2 marker and 1 marker also. So keep in mind. And here planning is basically an intellectual activity of thinking. So planning, right, you can directly say, plan, do this organization, do that, you have to find the raw materials and come from somewhere, I don't know. As a head of the organization, you are the one who is going to think and plan everything, that how you want to grow your organization. So it is thinking process. Next is planning is futuristic. Planning involves looking ahead and preparing for the future. Therefore, planning is forward-looking function. So as I told before only that after planning only all the other management process are done. So planning involves looking ahead. So because of your good planning only, you would have achieved at the end of the year, you might have achieved a lot of profit. So it depends on your plan, how you prepare. So according to your future conditions, you have to plan. That doesn't mean that the plan, whatever you had done, will be constantly the same for the whole year. Not like that. If suddenly you have to plan even few alternatives, like suddenly some risk appears, what shall we do, where shall we go for money, loss appears, from whom we have to ask our loans, or sales decreases. So those and all, you should have an alternative plan also. It doesn't mean that here you saw that you may be thinking, you just told now that you have to choose from the alternatives only. Yeah, you have to choose the good way. That is in the way you want to continue your organization for the whole year. Okay, so don't get confused. Just I'm saying, okay, for making you understand in a normal way how an organization will perform. So it is a forward-looking function. This is also asked as an MCQ question or a 1 mark question. So only I have underlined. So whichever I have underlined, those points and all are important words which you need to underline. If you want, you can underline or highlight in your answers when you write in the exam. So planning focuses on achieving objectives. So planning is purposeful. Planning has no meaning unless it contributes to the achievement of the predetermined organizational goals. So planning is very useful. So when you plan only, right, you can run your organization according to your plan. So if you don't follow your plan itself, then you can achieve the goals whichever you wanted to do for the organization. Okay. So these are the this answer is very important. Very important in the sense, often this question is asked, features of planning. So it is often asked, they may ask you. It doesn't mean that the other question answers, other points would not be asked. Those also will be asked, but give little more importance to this. So if you may be like, if I give importance to this, I will forget the others. Don't, if you think like that, read as usual. Commonly, how do you read for your exam? Read like that. Don't get confused. So next is explain the importance of planning. Yeah, I would like to say this planning chapter, that is this chapter will totally, from this chapter you will be getting 7 marks. So you will be like, array, no 8 marks in this. No 8 marks won't come from this. We can't say, sometimes they give you 8 marks also, but most probably they give you 4 marks because it is a 7 mark. Totally this chapter comes for 7 mark. In the sense you will be getting 1 mark, 2 mark, 4 mark and 5 mark. Very rarely they give you an 8 mark question, but still be ready with it. So explain the importance or benefits. Both mean the same, importance, benefits of planning. So this is also important because the limitations of planning is very important. They often ask that question. So sometimes they may just make you confused. They may give you the importance of planning. So be ready with it. So planning provides innovative. Innovative means new ideas. Okay, new ideas. So planning is basically the thinking function of management. It encourages the managers for innovative and creative thinking. So now you would be thinking that you have underlined all the points over here. So those and all are important. No. In between these sub-points, I would have underlined few words. So those are the important words you have to highlight in your answer. This is just to make you understand what is the main point in this. So sometimes they may ask you for 4 mark, 2 mark to just write what are the importance of planning. At that time, you have to write these main points. Okay, if they ask as an 4 marker or 8 marker, 8 marker doesn't comes, but still 4 marker if they ask you, you have to explain briefly. So planning, so as we saw just now, it is a thinking function and it encourages the managers for innovating and creative thinking. So as an organization head, as a boss, you would have thought a plan, you have to run like this. So you would have told to your managers, your board of directors, chief executives, everyone you would have told, your employees, everyone. Now, still according to your plan, the managers should have new ideas and creative thinking, how your organization can be still developed. Okay, so they will also get an opportunity of thinking, managers. Planning reduces the risk of uncertainty. Changes and uncertainties cannot be eliminated, but they can be reduced with the help of proper planning. So changes, if any changes in your plan occurs or uncertainly there is a risk or there is a loss, something occurs, you can't just tell me, hey, just go, loss is coming, no, just remove it. You can't do like that. So instead of that, you can just reduce it. So you have to find any way, you have to plan that, okay, we are occurring loss. So what shall we do? We have to reduce those loss somehow. So you have to plan for it. Planning reduces wasteful activities. It helps in avoiding confusions and misunderstandings. It helps to detect the inefficiency and to take corrective measures. So wasteful activities. So as I told, if you have not planned, you may not have a proper direction to how you have to run your organization. So you should have planned so that you won't have any confusions, you won't have any misunderstandings in the sense some other person will come and say, no, you had told like this only, no plan. No, the sir has told like this, madam has told like this, so there will be some confusion. So if you are very constant with your plan, there won't be misunderstandings. Then it helps to detect the inefficiency and to make corrective measures. So if there is an inefficiency in your work, those and all you can detect if your plan is proper and well. So corrective measures. So according to the correct plan, you can move your organization. Planning facilitates decision making. Planning objectives, policies, procedures and methods helps the managers in taking right decisions. So while planning, while making decisions, you have to do you have to plan for your objectives, what are the goals, and what are the policies you have to frame for your organization, what are the procedures you are going to follow, what are the methods you are going to follow. So these and all helps the managers to take their right decisions. So in an organization, when you are starting an organization, you are not the only person who is going to run the organization. There are n number of people working under you. So they should also have a proper policies, procedures, right? So they can also understand and take right decisions according to it. Planning establishes standards for controlling. Planning determines goals and standards for every individuals and departments of the organization. So you, as a boss, as a head of your organization, you have to make your sub workers or your lower level workers. So those and all you have to make the plan, and you have to achieve your organization goals, right? So for that, you have to say for every individual. For example, you have started an textile industry and your pattern makers or your tailors. So those and all, for those individuals, you have to say that for tailors, if you think, for example, for tailors, you have to tell those tailors that according to your how you stitch, according to that only our profits are gonna increase. So you have to motivate them and tell them, so these are the organizational goals. So according to your tailoring only, we can achieve this profit. So this is the main motive. So you have to tell to every individual. It doesn't mean that as a boss you go and tell to everyone. No, your lower level workers will just communicate and they will spread the information. Next is last point of this concept is planning provides direction. Planning provides direction by stating in advance how a work is to be done. So planning, it tells that how a plan is to be done, how we have to direct. So for example, you as a boss of an organization, you tell a message to convey to till your lower level employees. So you convey a message to your board of directors, the top level CEO, everyone. They convey to the middle level, that is the former managers. Then they convey those messages to the lower level, that is employees, workers. So like that. So it should have a direction, and direction may be two ways, like how I told one more direction may be that in which direction your organization is going. Is it going in a good way or a wrong way? It is having a loss or a profit. So one marker is which function of management involves decision making. So as I told, from the middle of the big answers also they may ask you such 1 mark questions. So be ready. In this way, I am not making you tensed. I'm just informing you that such questions may be asked. Don't get tense during your exam. Feel free, calm, and write your exams. So planning. So what is a single use plan and what is standing plan? So these both are 1 marker questions. For 1 marker, you can write only this meaning. If asked for 2 marker, write the example. And it applies not only to this chapter, for every chapter, every subject also. So now, single use plan. A single use plan is developed for a one-time event or project. That is example, budget, programs, projects. So this single use plan, as a word itself says single. So single, it says, so it is used only for one time. So one time you can use those plans. So it is developed for only one certain period of time. Like for example, budget, programs, projects. So if you are giving a project, you are keeping a meeting. Suppose in your organization you want to keep an urgent meeting and you plan. In the sense, tomorrow you want to keep the meeting and today you plan. So you plan and give the information to everyone that tomorrow we have meeting in our organization. Everyone, the lower level employees also should come and join in that. So that is a one-time event. You are not going to do the again and again the same meeting, same concept. You are not going to tell to everyone. So that is a single use plan. So same budget, programs, projects. So budget may be keep varying from year to year, month to month, anyhow it may be. So those are a single use plan. What is standing plan? A standing plan is used for activities that occur regularly over a period of time. That is example, policies, procedures, methods, rules. So these are all regularly it occurs. Policies for an year, the whole year you would have done that these policies and procedures, methods, rules should be followed. So we don't make a regular, like a single use plan. For time to time, you don't make a plan for a new policy, a new procedure. For a year, you do that. For the next year, when you do a new plan, new policies can be changed at that time. Next is types of plan. So I have done in the flowchart manner. You can also do it. It is so that you can understand it properly. It's up to you. So this is also important only. See the points whichever they have given here. So the points whichever is given, they may ask you as a 2 marker also. Sometimes a 4 marker also. They can just combine any of the points and give you as a 4 marker also. So types of plan. Single use plan, standing plan. Single use plan is budget, programs, project. Standing plan is policies, procedures, methods, rules. So note, example for neither single nor standing. So it is not single plan also, it is not standing plan also. Then those under those plan, what comes is strategy and objectives. So these two concepts are the things which doesn't come under even single also, standing plan also. So objectives. Objectives are future goals. For future goals is very important word over here, and here future is also very important. The next point I have underlined. So objectives are set up by top level management. So the goals whichever an organization wants to achieve, those under top level management will decide. So it is for future goals. To achieve future goals, you are doing those objectives. So they define the future state of affairs. So according to your future condition, you are choosing your goals. You want to achieve those goals. You are planning according to it. They are the guidelines for activities. So it is like a guide. Okay, for example, you have done a organization goal that this year max to max I have to I have to gain a profit or near to crores, around 10 crores or 100 crores you think. So you would have done various plans and procedures, methods, lot of things you would have put. So those only will help the people in the organization to go according to it, according to that guide. It is like a guide. Okay, we have to do this much production in this month, this much sales in this month. So those under month. So those are all like a guide. They help in measuring the performance of the organization. So it helps in measuring the performance. So month to month, if an organization is checking that this production department, how much is there, how much are they performing? Are they performing good? Or are they performing very less? What is the problem with them? So those and all can be checked. They are defined as ends which the management seeks to achieve by its operation. So as the word say objective, so it is like a goal. So goal cannot be achieved month to month, right? Some organization they may be keeping for month to month. Some organization, many of the organization keep for an year. For an year, how much they have achieved profits? Have they achieved their goals? So those and all. Objectives are the end result of activities. So it is a goal. It is an end result only, right? So for example, now you people are in a second PUC and your main goal is to get score good marks in your final exam, board exam. So those are your end results. So according to that, you have planned so far for your exams. I know all my viewers would get very good marks and score well. I wish all the best to all my viewers, not only all my viewers, to all the second PUC students. So yeah, we will continue. So they are expressed in quantitative measurable terms. That is example. This example is very important. Very important. Increasing monthly sales by 10%, 20% return on investment. So why I am stressing on importance is some of the viewers ask what is the important questions that may be asked. So only I am just stressing over it so that you don't get a doubt again and don't feel tensed with what are those. So this example is asked. So see, quantitative measures for an organization, we need a quantitative terms in a money terms. That is, in a month, how many sales has happened? Has our sales increased or decreased? Or what is our investment? What is the return we are getting on interest? How much we are getting? Is it 20% or it is decreased? Next is policies. Policies are general statement. General statement is very important word which serve as a guide to the decision making in the organization. Example, pricing policy, recruitment policy. So there will be policies. So now if you go to any of the insurance companies also, they give you few policies that you have to follow so and so policies. So it is like a statement, general statement. Generally for everyone it is common in an organization that you have to follow so and so, you have to come in this time, you have to be in this dress code. You have to these days are holidays, they're like this is the timings you have to take your break. So those are like a general statement. Generally they are giving a guide, so those will help for the decision making. Like pricing policy, how much price should be there. Recruitment, how much wages we recruitment is not wages. It is searching for employees, that how many employees you want to be employed in your organization. So those and all. Next is procedures. Procedures are routine steps. That is series of steps or regularly followed steps on how to carry out activities. Procedures are the steps to be carried out within a policy framework. So within the policies, like procedures we have told to do in a textile industry there may be many machineries. So what are the procedures, how you have to do this? You have to, in the morning section you have to be in this machinery department, next you have to go to the textile department. So those are the procedures. See, procedures for the admission of students in the college. Yeah, simple example here only they have given. Procedures for execution of the customer's order for supply of goods. So these are the routine steps. So when you go to the college for your admission purpose, so you people know that what are the things to be done. You have to pay, you have to fill your admission forms, then you pay fees. So what are the things needed for your admission procedure? So those are all you know. So it is a procedure, routine step, you know that. Yeah, early we do the same thing only, like that. Then this also, order also. Procedure of equation of the customer order for supply of goods. So what are the customer's order? So if you are a very regular customer to your shop, they know that, okay, you need this product. They know that. Next is methods. It deals with step of the procedure. What are the steps? Methods itself is steps, right? What are the steps? So it is like interlinked. As you can see, here they have used the word policy. So policy, then procedure, then method. Method is a procedure they have written. Like that only. And these points also they may ask you for 1 mark. Most probably they ask many of these points, that is policy, procedures, methods, rules and budget, programs, project. They may ask you for 1 mark. Okay, sometimes they ask you. So get thorough with those. Just understand. I would like to say just understand the meaning of it. You can write it very easily. The prescribed way of doing each planned task for achieving the objectives. Example, on the job training method. So what is the procedure to be done? So on the job training method. So few colleges they give you the training of the interviews or the job experience. They give you that how a job would actually be like. So they will give you a training that you have to come like the, you have to come so decently, neatly. What are the things to be carried? How you have to how you have to do your work in the systems, laptops, anyhow. What are the times they may give you in so and so company. So those are like procedures, steps you have to follow. Rules are specific statements that tells what is to be done. So these underlines ones in middle of these meanings are very important. What is to be done? So why I am saying this underlined words are very important. Sometimes you may forget the word. In the sense you may forget the meaning. So when they see this point, the underlined point, okay, the student have understood. They may think like that. You may be thinking like, what if we forget the underline we do? Do not worry. I told you just now. Just understand the concept. You can write on your own also. So example. No smoking, no parking, wear ID cards compulsorily. So those are specific statements that tells what to do. So you know that you have to not smoke in an where there is no smoking area. So no parking. If there it is not a parking area, you have to not park there. Then you have to wear your ID cards compulsorily in your colleges. Next is single-use plan. Budget. Budget is a statement of expected results expressed in numerical terms. Example, sales budget, production budget. So they have told here expected results. So you would have expected in your board exam that you would be scoring a good percentage or marks in so and so subjects or the whole. Okay, so those are expressed in numerical terms. Same in an organization also. Therefore, whole year they would have expected we have to achieve so much profit. So it may be in sales how much profit they have increased, in production how much profit they have achieved. So these are all budgets. It will be explained in numerical terms. Next is programs. Programs are detailed statements about a project. So about a project, it tells, see, for a program, okay, we will read the next point and I will explain you. It defines operations to be carried out to accomplish a given task within a specified period of time. Example, program for sale of 3,000 cars in the month of December 2019. So they have told you here that, so if you are in an any company, in a car company for example, here only they have given, if you are in a company, they would have told you that within the end of the year, you can write any year. It doesn't mean that you have to they write same example or any related examples also you can write. So they would have told that in a car company that end of the year there should be an increase in so much of sales. So that is a project for you people, you salesmen, that you have to make somehow increase in your sale. So that is a program. They would have called you and told that within specified period of time you have to do this. So these are your project. You have to do so and achieve this what is a goal. Next is project. Project is an event. Projects are similar to programs, but it has wide scope. Example, projects relating to construction of buildings. So a project. Now really a project what means? A construction. If you go and ask to a construction person, an engineer, they would have a long project, that is a wide scope there, as they have written here. It may be a project of 2 years, 3 years, because a building can be built in a fraction of seconds. It would take a long time. So those are projects. Strategies are the specific programs of action for achieving the objectives of the organization. So it is like it is like a program of action. So the strategy is like to achieve the objectives. What are our goals of the organization? So many of the times the objectives and strategies, these 2 points are combined together and asked as a 4 marker and 8 marker. You can just go through my previous videos. I have uploaded the board exam question paper itself. You might get an idea, or you can just Google and see the question papers and see. But the same question paper doesn't come. There may be various changes also, but I am informing you. It refers to future decisions. So future decisions. So how according to that you performed, that will tell the future decisions. That is for your future goals. You would have decided something. Okay. Then it provides direction to the organization. So how good your organization is running, according to that your plans and strategies, goals can be achieved. Strategies are long-term plans. So it is a long-term, it is an ongoing plan. In the sense, the long plan is like maybe a very long, like the construction project. So long-term plan is a very important word. So example, marketing strategy, divide and rule strategy. So these are all strategy, marketing, divide and rule. So for if you go to a marketing field, they would have a long term plan. For example, and here how much profit they have to achieve, what are the decisions they have made for future, those. Next is one word answers. Give an example for rule. So as I told, these also you have to just make it thoroughly. Rule, you can write no smoking, no parking, wear identity cards, compulsory. Then give an example for budget, sales budget, production budget. Then state and benefit of planning, that is the importance of planning. Planning provides innovative ideas. Planning reduces the risk of uncertainties. So those and all you can write. Next is which function of management involves decision making, planning. Then next is which is the forward looking function is also planning. Please do remember that. Then state the function of management which determines the objectives of an organization. That is planning. Okay, next is planning is a forward looking function of management. So forward looking function, the first and foremost what is done in an organization is planning. Controlling is the backward looking function of management. Controlling at the end after organizing, staffing, directing. Next comes controlling. You have to control. As your organization has set now, we have organized it. staffing is done, directing is done. Now we have to control it. So only it is called as backward looking function of management. So if you have understood or didn't understand anything, or you have any problem with my teaching, you can just comment in the comment box, which will help me to do my further more videos. So next part of this planning chapter I have already uploaded. You can just go through it. This part 1 was some technical problems were there, so I have redone it, and I am uploading it. So like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.